More U.S. military troops may soon be heading to Iraq, a slow but deliberate buildup of U.S. troops on the ground there in recent weeks. Fox News has learned that officials are asking for several hundred more troops to help in the fight against ISIS. This as we get new details about that chemical attack at a U.S. base in Iraq we first told you about last night. Pentagon producer Lucas Tomlinson reports from the Pentagon.
The U.S. military is seeking an additional 500 troops in preparation for an Iraqi-led ground offensive in Mosul, expected to launch in the next few weeks. This says American troops already in Iraq are finding themselves in more danger. The U.S. military's top officer confirmed a chemical agent was used against U.S. forces in northern Iraq.
We assess it to be a sulfur mustard blister agent. None of our folks were injured by this particular incident, and it wasn't particularly effective, but it was a concerning development.
About 500 U.S. troops are now located just 25 miles south of Mosul at Kiara West Airfield, a staging area for the operation. Officials tell Fox the base has been hit by ISIS rockets 4 times this week, including one armed with mustard agent. Since early August, the U.S.-led coalition has launched more than 120 airstrikes in Mosul, killing more than a dozen ISIS leaders and destroying an ISIS chemical weapons plant last week. The Pentagon estimates there are between 3,000 and 4,500 ISIS fighters in Mosul, Iraq's second-largest city and home to 1 million people.
Obviously, no one wants to see street-to-street fighting in Mosul, but you don't know.
To date, there have been 10 troop increases in Iraq, starting with 275 advisors in June 2014. Eventually, there will be over 5,000 American troops on the ground soon. After defeating ISIS in Fallujah and Ramadi, Iraq's elite counterterrorism force will lead the Mosul assault, backed by U.S. air power. Over a year ago, the defense secretary questioned the Iraqis' will to fight. Today, he says challenges remain.
Working with the Iraqi forces, which can be frustrating, but is the only way to do it because it's the only way to make victory stick.
A top Kurdish general says ISIS fighters plan to fight to the death in Mosul. A senior official here says they might not have a choice because the city is surrounded. Brett?
Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. Lucas, thank you.